Hello, my fellow intergalactic explorers. It's Asia, founder of Multidimensional You. We are a company committed to helping people liberate themselves from the trappings of the false self, to exit the matrix of polarity and transcend back into higher states of consciousness and incredible abilities. You're going to hear me talk about healing in the future. Okay, so in this week's vlog, I wanted to talk to you about something that's very real for me in this moment, and that is this feeling of sadness, of loss. Where am I? I'm in a private phone booth in the United Club in the Chicago O'Hare Airport. I'm once again in transit to France. I'm headed to Paris for my business coaching quarterly meeting. I'm really excited to see my coach and all my peers, and I know that there are some big decisions that all of us are going to make individually. I can feel it. And so I was surprised to feel on my flight from Boise here to Chicago this sense of kind of just sadness and what we would kind of consider more of a negative emotion. And I thought, wow, I'm headed to France. Like, why am I not more excited? And then I realized it's because I have just gone through another massive phase of growth and expansion. I just, as you know, came off of a huge trip to France in March over the equinox, did major multidimensional work there. And then just this past Sunday, I guided my community members through another very powerful astral journey where we released a lot and we resurrected a lot. And so we were each taken and asked to go on our own exploration. And what I came out of that with was the vision of my new identity and the new work that I'm meant to step into. And, you would expect nothing else except that it's even more far out, right, from a third dimensional perspective. And so while I find my work extremely thrilling and exciting, I'll be honest, there are times when I just feel like, really? Again? Because I'm not weird enough? And I go into a little bit of a victim narrative around that. And what has been shown to me repeatedly is that as we go through these expansions, we also go through a loss experience because we are shedding an old identity and we are stepping into the new, but we're kind of in between the two. And so it can feel kind of like a void. You've heard me talk about this in my deconstruction Facebook Live. It's what the shamans call the little death. And it can be fairly disorienting, and it can really surface this emotion of loss. I think everyone understands, especially parents out there watching your children grow up. You're mourning what has passed, and you're also longing for what's coming. And it's that interesting paradox that you can hold both of those realities simultaneously. And here's the thing: as way showers, the Intergalactic Peace Corps, we are growing up as well. We are reconnecting multidimensionally at unprecedented rates. I've done the work of 4 years in the last 4 months. The pace is extraordinary. So my message to you is just it's a personal sharing that I'm in a phase of just mourning more loss of identity, and it's presencing fears about becoming too weird and too far out for people, and the disconnect being too great. And as I was writing that up, the Arcturians immediately came in and helped to reassure me that no, you're not getting too far. If anything, you are queuing yourself up to provide the next level of way showing leadership that you are meant to provide, right? Me. Same goes for all of us. So I want everyone to really trust in what is happening and where this amazing ocean swell of change is taking you personally. And then also, as the Arcturians pointed out, it's surfacing these old fears, limiting beliefs, and distortions we have. So it's perfectly intended by your higher self to bring you into ever greater realignment. But I guess here's my point. It's not to say that these emotions of loss and sadness aren't real. They are, just like a physical death. Anyone who's lost a loved one, I don't know many people who haven't, or a pet, you know that that loss is very real and you have to grieve it. So be careful about jumping too quickly into the next identity and underplaying or underestimating the mourning process that you owe yourself. You would really be wise, we're all wise, to allow ourselves to truly feel that emotion and be with it. So, you know, I expected to be a little bit more excited and on a higher vibration on this trip, and I'm realizing, no, I am just in the sea with everyone else, going through another tsunami of change, and I'm kind of in between two worlds, and just like all of you, I have to choose trust. But I also have to honor the feelings that are coming up. So I'm allowing myself to feel a little sad this whole trip, just letting myself be in that space, not from wallowing or victimization, but just truly honoring the feelings in the present moment that is bringing them to me. So I hope that's helpful. If you're in this phase yourself, I hope you find this reassuring. If you, the next time you come to it, you know where it will take you. I guess the last thing I'll end with is just to recount a little bit from this very powerful meditation and astral journey that the Multidimensional You community members went on this past Sunday, and it was extraordinary. And as Saint Germain pointed out to all of us, we will all be presented with very powerful crossroads, thresholds, that we have a choice. Are we going to take a direction that realigns us ever more closely with our true self and our soul purpose work, or are we going to turn away from our alignment? And we have free will. You can choose to shut the door. I have been censoring myself. I'm going to out myself here. I have been censoring myself and keeping myself in the closet, and I have not shared with you in a very public way the light language that I now engage in and have since I returned from my trip to Egypt. I'm constantly going into light language in and around town as I run my errands, just throughout my day, and it's constantly realigning me to my multidimensional self. And I've been thinking about, it's time for me to start doing meditations where I share this, because this you want to talk about completely bypassing the mental body. You can't get in the way of a language you don't understand, right? It goes directly and starts working with the multidimensional field via the heart chakra. So this is helpful for me to, we teach what we need to learn, but we also teach and talk about and speak to what we need to integrate. And I am in a major phase of integration. I'm realizing that there's a reason why so many channelers are channeling the guidance that self-care and rest is so important right now, because we have all just gone through a major onslaught of changes, and they will keep coming. So get the extra rest, take extra self-care. It's so nice to visit with all of you. I really appreciate hearing your feedback. Thank you so much for emailing me back. It's been a little bit crazy, so I haven't gotten back to everybody individually, but I will. And so feel free to share how this video lands for you. I really see it as an honor that you open these weekly emails. I really appreciate your trust in my voice, and I'm constantly working to make sure that I am integrating my own distortion and negative programs, coming back into that beautiful place of neutrality, to serve all of you, right, and myself, so that we can move this amazing, beautiful jewel of a planet into unity consciousness and live the way that we've all dreamed about, and that we are basically the keepers of the vision for. All right, so with that, I will talk to you again soon. I'll probably do some daily videos from La Belle Paris, and I will talk to you soon. Okay, bye for now.